Hey guys, good morning. Good morning. Let me just pull myself back here super quick. So, little man is deposited in preschool. So, let's go Thursday. So, before I drive home, I just want to talk to you quickly about something that was talked about on a podcast that I was listening to in the gym this morning. And it's the podcast that I referenced to previously. It was Diary of a CEO, and I know Katrina. I finished off the podcast from the procrastination and habit expert that I was listening to the other day. And I know Katrina has shared it in here. I know Emma said she's listened to it. So, like, it's a really, really influential podcast that I would 100% recommend that you listen to. It's the current one on Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett. But the principles that this professor talked about this morning are so applicable to our business and to like life in general, really. Because actually what you'll learn over time as you do this business, a lot of things overlap. I've talked about it so many times. You know, it's this beautiful jigsaw of building the person, therefore building the business, therefore building all areas of your life. And what he talked about was exposure therapy. And he was talking about how in times gone by, like in previous times, he was talking about it in terms of when somebody has an injury or if somebody has a fear of something. And historically, the idea was to remove them from that, don't expose them to that. But actually now, as time's gone on, studies have shown that actually the only way to get over something is to expose yourself to it and to face that fear. And he talks about the I can't remember the exact term he used, but it was about like people that externalize the responsibility or internalize the responsibility. And people that understand that are more successful in every area of their life. So it's that whole thing about understanding that life is never happening to you, it's happening for you. And ultimately, the responsibility of everything in your life is down to you. There are going to be external factors, but ultimately, it's that circle of control and you focusing on the things that you can control. P.S. guys, if anyone's commenting, I still can't see comments, so I will catch up once I've stopped driving. So let's just put it in the terms of what he referenced. So if a child, for example, or an adult, was scared of dogs, you know, in using this theory would be the first thing they would do is they would show them a picture of a puppy. And then the next step would be they would put them in a room with a puppy over the other side of the room. And then the next step would be that they would put that puppy or dog on the lead and they would bring it to them. And it's exposing them to the thing that they've basically built up in their head that's made them scared. And then eventually that will determine the outcome because they're exposing them to it. It's the same with confidence. You know, he talked about the thing that people talk about in any aspect of business, in any line of work, is, oh, I don't have the confidence. Confidence is a learned skill. When people say they don't have the confidence, it is the one thing probably in this industry that you need to understand. You can teach yourself. You can teach yourself to become confident. He talked about public speaking, how, you know, the first time he stood on a stage, and I can totally relate to this. Hey, Claire. Now, I quite enjoy public speaking. I love to think that I can help somebody in some way by public speaking. It doesn't mean that I don't get scared. It doesn't mean that I don't get that adrenaline, like that butterfly feeling. It doesn't mean that, you know, I don't get that just before I step on stage, I have to go, oh my God, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just go for it. But that's good. It means that you care and it means that you're passionate, but you can build the confidence and build the skills and build the skill set to be able to do it. And to apply this to your business, this is what you have to think about. How often, and it's all about self-reflection. I can teach you all these things. Your leaders, your sponsor can teach you all these things. We can share all these things. But if you don't self-reflect and are aware of these things yourself, your business is never going to move forward. So be really, truly honest with yourself. How often are you exposing yourself to the things, the needle moving activities that are going to move your business forward? How often are you pushing that comfort zone and exposing yourself to the habits that are going to move your business forward? How often, if you're not sponsoring and you want to grow a team, how often are you offering the opportunity? How often are you actually asking the question? How often are you sharing on social media about it? How often are you talking to your customers and saying to them, look, this is what you spent this month. How, if you joined, do you know you could have earned this much back and you could have got some free credit? How often, honestly, are you exposing yourself to the things that are going to move your business forward? Because if you're not, it's never going to happen. It's that whole thing, isn't it? Nothing changes if nothing changes. And, you know, like Einstein said, insanity is doing the same things over and over and over again and expecting a different result. It's never going to happen. But the only person that can change that is you. And you can literally give yourself all the excuses under the sun as to why you can't do it, but you have to take responsibility and you have to be intentional about consistently exposing yourself to the things that are going to make your business grow, you grow as a person, and understand that the responsibility lies solely within you. And this is actually a conversation that I had with my 12-year-old son last night, because there's been a few things in his pre-teen hormone-fueled world at the moment that needed addressing. Same applies. It's exactly the same thing. And it's about, and as a parent, I am so determined to build those habits from a young age. I've learned a lot. And I'm not, this isn't like blaming my parents. I had a wonderful upbringing, but personal development wasn't something, it was just a different generation, and it was something that, you know, it was just a very different life. But I wouldn't be doing my job as a parent, as a coach, as a mentor, as a leader, as a friend, if I didn't share things that I've learned along the way. And I'm consistently learning and consistently evolving. Like, you're never done. You're never finished. You're constantly a work in progress. But anyway, hope that helped. I'm going to call this bite-sized business, okay? Because I know, like, the hour-long trainings we do are amazing, but when I had a little look down my YouTube the other day, I realised, other than like the 10-day boot camp, a lot of the trainings that are on there are quite long. So I'm going to start little bite-sized business videos and uploading them, and then they'll be on a playlist. So you've got links if you just think I want to talk about sponsoring, or I want to talk about habits, or I want to talk about PRV, or whatever it may be. And I'll upload them all onto there. So they'll be saved on there. They'll be saved in here in a guide. And then you've got them all like business bite size. Anyway, have a wonderful day and really reflect and really think, because it's not one size fits all. Everybody's goals in the business are going to be different. So nobody can say this is how you are successful in Scentsy, because it doesn't matter what, success is determined in the eye of the beholder, because it depends what your goals are. Not everybody's goals are going to be the same. It's like saying how to be successful to be fit. Well, it depends. Do you want to be a bodybuilder? Do you want to be a runner? Do you want to be a swimmer? It depends what people's goals are. Do you want to get stronger? Do you want fat loss? Whatever it may be. It depends what the individual's goals are. So for you and your life and your business, are you consistently and intentionally exposing yourself, i.e. putting yourself through exposure therapy to move your business forward? And if you're not, now's the time to think about it and change it. Right. Have a wonderful day. Love you all lots.